Meraki tackles the complex traditional firmware issue by leveraging the power of Meraki's cloud-based dashboard to allow for centralized firmware deployment and management. Meraki firmware upgrades are designed to be robust and painless, whether they're deployed to one network or 1,000. In the interest of simplicity, we provide one unified firmware distribution for each of our product families. The Meraki firmware rollout process has 3 stages: beta, stable release candidate, and stable. By the time these upgrades become available to customers, Meraki firmware has already gone through an extensive testing process, including regression, stability, and performance testing. Beta is the first stage that our firmware is made available for production use. Often customers will run beta firmware to take advantage of new features and bug fixes. As we mentioned, beta firmware has already gone through internal regression, stability, and performance testing to limit risks when applied to production networks. The latest beta firmware is also fully supported by Meraki support and engineering teams, so customers can run beta firmware with confidence. As a new beta firmware version matures, it has the opportunity to graduate into a stable release candidate, or RC, after a formal review. A similar process is used to reclassify a stable release candidate to stable as it's slowly rolled out to devices globally. When the Meraki install base hits a specified threshold for a major version, roughly 20% of nodes, that firmware version will be promoted to stable pending a final formal review. Point releases are determined on a case-by-case basis. Keeping up to date on firmware allows administrators to utilize the latest features and ensures that the latest security enhancements are running on their hardware. With the goal of making networking simple, Meraki offers automated firmware upgrades to support the process of firmware maturity and provide the most stable experience to customers. Admins can manually upgrade to the latest firmware of any stage when available, or let our simple, automatic, and seamless updates work to your advantage, all through the Meraki dashboard. This chart shows the change in percentage of Meraki devices upgraded as firmware matures. The results are evident in our users' impressive firmware adoption rates. Even given the option for finer controls, most of our users adopt and run on our latest firmware builds almost immediately after stable release candidates are available. Our extensive testing and beta adoption process ensures that we deliver reliable builds at a regular cadence, delivering up-to-date security and stability to our customers. Thanks, and we'll catch you in the next video.